Are you a Christian?
No.
You're not a Christian? Do you believe in God?
I believe in the universe.
How about God?
I believe in, you call it God, I call it the universe. Because the universe is everywhere. So I believe everything starts with the universe. And for me, Jesse, the love I have for the universe allows me to love everybody with no judgment whatsoever. Whatever you do, however you do it, it allows me to love you with no judgment. I want to share something with you. I did a prison special, right? And I went to this prison in Ohio. And a sister was a warden at the time, right? And I asked her, because they had death row there. And I wanted to see what death row was.
Right.
I wanted to look into the person's eyes that was on death row, and I wanted to see the monster, right? So she takes me to death row. And she says, Monique, you cannot touch them. And I said, that's inhumane. And I'm going to touch them, right? So they wouldn't open up the bar, but they could put their hands through the little gate.
Right.
The one lady that came to that gate, Jesse, she looked at me and half of her face and body was burned. And she said, Monique, nobody's touched my hand since I've been in here. And she was in there for like 10, 12 years. She said, I set my house on fire with my son in it.
Amazing.
And when I ran outside, I came back to my senses, Monique. She said, when I ran back in to get my baby, I couldn't get to him because by now the fire department then got there and they got me out. And she said, if I could do it all over again, but I can't. So I deserve to be here. I'm not asking not to be here. She said, but I just want people to know that if I could do it all over again. And Jesse, me and that woman held each other's hands and we cried together. It allowed me not to judge her because I don't know where her mind was that day. I don't know. And sanity and insanity is a fine line. The other sister that was in there, she had her husband killed.
Amazing.
The man she didn't actually pull the trigger. The man that pulled the trigger got the death penalty. She got life. She went to the judge and said, can you please switch the sentences? I don't deserve to live for what I did to my husband because he didn't deserve that. Me and that woman held on to each other. So I don't play in groups. I don't play Christianity. I don't play Muslim. I don't play Baptist. I simply play love. I belong to the group called Love. And I believe in the universe.
Well, so if I'm hearing you right, so when your father and mother got together and they had sex and they made you, were you created by God or by the universe?
The universe. I'm not going to change my mind, Jesse.
So when you say universe, are you saying the universe is God?
Right. Yes, you call it God. I say the universe. I say it's always, everywhere, all the time, sees all things, everything. So what you say, God, because see, for me, in my humble opinion, especially in our community, God got a lot of restrictions. God got a lot of rules. God jealous. God be mad as shit, Jesse. God gonna punish you and send you to hell. I don't want to fool with him. God costs 10% of my money. Well, wait a minute. Why am I paying? What am I? So for me, it got to Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I just say, I want to just love you. And that's it.
Amazing.
But it's something that blows people's mind even still, because again, being Christian, it got us caught up in a Christian way, and it made us think that ownership. Yeah. See, so when you ask me, am I Christian? It's like, I really don't like, but I have to say this, that's a religion that was given to us. That is a white man's religion that he said, this is our white God, and this is what you believe. So no, Jesse, I am not Christian. And I would, for my beautiful people, it's like, y'all find it for yourself. Find it for yourself. And if finding it for yourself means, you know what, I got a husband and my husband got 3 wives and all of us are good with that, then everybody good. You're going to hell and that's wrong and that's bad. Based off of what and who?
So you believe that Christianity is the white man's religion?
Well, who taught it to us?
I'm sorry?
Who taught it to us?
Well, for me, my parents did. But
and who taught it to them?
But Christianity is not about a color at all.
Jesse?
Real Christian is about the spirit.
I'm going to say this to you, and this is just my humble opinion. If it's not about a color, then make them the true color. See, I've been able to travel the world, and I've seen where that Jesus is black, baby. If it's not about a color, then make it the truth. But because we've been taught it's not about the color, don't get caught up in that. Well, when we know our history, when did they start teaching us Christianity? Take me back to where we come from and tell me about Christianity.
Well, Christianity is a result of Judaism. Where
when did Jesus change his religion? If he's a Jew, when did he become Christian?
Well, that's when they brought in the non-Jews, those who believed in the Father, believed in the Son, believed in the Father. And because we are a spirit, not a physical, you would see once you return to the Father, you see that it never had anything to do about color. It's of the spirit. And in the spirit, there is no color.
That's why I believe in love.
It's all love.
Color. See, I don't label it. I can't label it to belong to a group. I belong to this group or I belong to that group. Well, this group believes this and that group believes this. I simply believe in love, and love is colorless. It's colorless.
Do you believe that our battle is a spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil, right versus wrong, has nothing to do with color?
I do think it is right versus wrong, because I don't care what color you are. If it's right, it's right. And if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Yes.
It can't be, well, because they was black, it's just going to automatically be right. And because they was white, it's automatically wrong. I don't care if you purple with pink polka dots. If you right, your purple ass with pink polka dots is right. Okay, Jesse? And if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Amazing.